welcome back. So, kind of changed this up a little bit from my other one that I did the demonstration before. So this one just had two holes that were 1/8 inch, a 2 inch pipe with well, it's a 3/8 inch diameter, but 2 inch long pipe. And then this one is the same length, 2 inch, but then I got four 1/8 inch holes, and it's pushing the limits of how much air I can push through this without the flame becoming too aggressive to where it burns down into the it likes to if you have too much air flow, it seems to like it wants to burn out the flame and travel down towards the piezoelectric crystal. That's why I want to try it with two holes, but then it doesn't get enough oxygen. It works good, but it's not burning efficiently. So now I got one with four holes, four 1/8 inch holes, and it does seem to work pretty good, but it's getting real close to the point where it can't sustainably burn, but it does work pretty good. See how it's doing that sputtering? I don't want it to be doing that bit, but it's almost getting too much airflow and it keeps wanting to backfire down into the tube. But once it heats up, it seems like it kind of starts to like stop doing that. No, put itself out. See, this is what I was saying before. It's hard to get this to work with more airflow because it does this kind of stuff. It ran so good for such a long time. Before I made this video, it didn't even, it barely did that, but now it's doing it a lot more. I don't know why. Seems to be getting a little better now, though. Oh, come on. So then I kind of started playing around with what happens when I add like a tube on top to kind of help flow the fuel and gas mixture a little bit, kind of like a turbine in a way. So you can see the flame slightly above, not much, so it's burning pretty clear. If I drop it below, because it's pulling oxygen from the lower part of that pipe. But yeah, it's kind of shooting out the bottom, which I don't want it to be doing. So like right about there is perfect. Now if I could attach this tube to the other tube, it seems to be burning good now. So by doing it this way, it seems to be burning pretty clear, or it seems to be burning better. Like right there is a perfect level. You can barely see the flame, so it's burning very clean and very hot. You can see the pipe is starting to glow red. At the bottom. So it's kind of adding as like an afterburner in a way, kind of. Now if I could just attach this tube, this pipe to this pipe somehow, without, I can't solder it because obviously I just melt the solder. So I'm trying to think of a way to attach this to that. Can't solder it though. It'll just melt. But this seems to work really good. I could probably use a little bit bigger diameter. This is 1/2 inch, that's 3/8. I probably could go to like 5/8, jump it up a little bit more so it captures more of that flame at the bottom because it kind of gets pushed around the pipe and that's not the way you want it to be working. But yeah, it seems to really help a lot with burning it at a better, higher temperature. But either way, you can see how good this is working. It's able to just basically melt this almost. Gets it glowing red, that's for sure. See the bottom turning cherry red, starting to. But with it like this, it sounds kind of like a blowtorch, which is kind of neat. I'm gonna switch this to me holding it to give you guys a little better view. You can see it's got a blue flame right at the tip of the pipe. So it's burning good at the tip, that's for sure. It's getting good oxygen in there. Being 4 holes. And I went to a smaller pipe to increase the airflow. I could probably jump it down a little bit more to increase even more airflow, and then I might have to, then with that more airflow, I may be able to get even more of a hole size in there. But also, like you guys were commenting, is to put a lot of holes and then cover them up with a pipe, and I can turn and adjust the amount of airflow going through the pipe, which is actually, that's a really good idea. But I gotta find a pipe that can slide over the top of this pipe. That's not gonna be like loose or anything. And then the bottom of this is not hot at all. With the airflow blowing through, it actually kind of keeps it cool. Plus, being brass doesn't really conduct heat too good. You can see as I cover up holes, the flame changes. So it's working really well right now. But yeah, progress is being made. And I can definitely tell it is definitely hotter now that we're getting more oxygen into the flame. Definitely, I can definitely feel it. That's for sure. All right, I'll cut it off at 8 minutes. See ya.